Good afternoon, YouTube. This is Chris, and I have the disease of sex and love addiction. I'm coming to you briefly because I got somewhere to be here in a minute, but I wanted to be able to try to get a video uploaded today if I could. I ask that you stick around all the way to the end because I'm going to throw something out there a little bit different that I'm going to try to do a couple of videos on and kind of want to know y'all's interest on it. Um, so anyway, I think where I left off on my story last was um, the encounter I had when I was 9 with a 16-year-old, and how I felt like I can't talk about this. I just needed to let this fester, and how that ended up really having a huge effect on me growing up and into my adulthood. I was 9 at that point. Um, I started to masturbate a ton at that point. Now, obviously, when you're masturbating at that age, not a whole lot's happening. It feels good, but not a whole lot's happening. But this became a daily occurrence, 2 or 3 times a day, which is significant at this age. Obviously, significant that age. Got really heavy into sports at a really young age. That was actually the only way and me and my father connected because he was not there emotionally for me. If anything, he tried to buy our love as kids, and then he would turn it around, in my perception, and kind of throw it in our faces like, couldn't afford that, I bought it for you anyway, But I kind of find out now and come to know now, like, he just did the best he could because he had a father that wasn't there at all, still isn't. Very selfish human being. So my dad never learned love through affection. He didn't even learn love through gift. He just adopted this when he had us kids. But anyway, so doing that, I obviously gained some friends, and around 11 years old, at 11 years old, I already started to accumulate pornography for myself, which was in my warped mind quite wonderful. It was like my treasure. It was something I showed off to my friends at that age. I bragged about it all the time. Um, my family even knew I had this. Again, never talked about. Just knew that I had it. I got caught masturbating at this point, 10, 11 years old, quite a few times. Never talked about. It was just went as if it never happened. Um, Even my sisters knew about it, which is really kind of fucked up in a lot of different ways. But I had a friend I played soccer with. We became really, really, really close, and we would have sleepovers all the time. One particular night, I was over at his place, and we were going to bed. And I don't really know exactly how this got brought up, but it did. And he was telling me about a story about him and another guy friend that gotten sexual together, and penetration was involved and oral was involved, but it was okay because they didn't kiss, and since they didn't kiss, it wasn't gay. And I remember thinking, well, that's weird, and that doesn't sound like something I want to do. But of course, when he asked me if I wanted to do that, I said yes. I was scared. Again, if I said no, that means I'd lose my best friend. I'm actually glad to say nothing ended up happening because we fell asleep and we never woke back up in the middle of the night. And that's when it was supposed to happen. Or if we did, if he woke up in the middle of the night, I wasn't aware of it. Now, I just didn't understand. Like, this is twice now in 2 years that I've had advances. That I had advances from a male, right? And I was really confused by that. Again, told absolutely nobody. What did happen though is that a barrier went up between me and him as friends, and I stopped going over there altogether. Now, fast forwarding years later, we're still good friends. We got reconnected in high school. But it was just weird, and I didn't understand. Like, okay, I'm sexual acting out at 5, I'm masturbating at 8, seeing pornography at 8. I'm getting propositioned by an older teenager at 9. I've got my first slew of pornography at 10. And 11, I'm masturbating daily several times. And at 11, I'm being propositioned by my best friend, a male. Totally confused. No way to talk to about it because I was afraid to, because it must be my fault. Um, Coming up on the 8 minutes, so I want to make this thing. So my grandfather had a stack of Playboys in his closet, and it was revealed to me about this from my cousin told me about this, and I would go with her often, and I would just start going in his closet, looking at the Playboys, go to his bathroom, and masturbate. And then it got to the point where I would start sticking the Playboys in my pants, and then sneak them home. Couple of times I thought this was kind of a funny story because in this recovery you gotta learn to laugh at yourself a little bit. But instead of going straight home like I thought we were going to, I had like 2 or 3 stashed away in my waistband. My dad said, no, we're gonna go eat first with the grandfather. What the most uncomfortable feeling ever, because I think it was at like a Luby's or something like that, and I'm just scared shitless that like they're gonna fall, or my dad's gonna wonder what's going on. So I would like go to the bathroom and try to hide them, but there was no place in the bathroom to hide them. So I just sat very uncomfortable with these down my pants while eating, and then finally got the relief when we finally got home. In my mind, I felt like they knew the entire time, but weren't gonna say anything. So like at this point, I was just really stacking up the pornography. Now, of course, this is before the internet. Oh, how things took off when we got the internet. But anyway, I'm gonna stop there before I get into some of the other stuff that happened in my youth. The thing I wanted to tell you about though was that there's some movies out there for sex addicts. One's called Thanks for Sharing, and the other one's called Shame. And I'm gonna do some research on some others. And I've seen Thanks for Sharing a couple times, but I have not seen Shame yet because I hear it's really triggering and it has no hope to it whatsoever. But I thought it'd be cool that I watch them both again, or watch Thanks for Sharing again, watch Shame for the first time, and do a movie review. And kind of give you guys an idea of what it's like. I do recommend Thanks for Sharing. I really related to the Mark Ruffalo character personally, but I think it'd just be great. But anyway, guys, thanks for jumping in and seeing me today. Please subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment and questions. I would love to interact with you guys. And look for those movie reviews, hopefully the next 2 or 3 days. I'm in school, got a lot of school work, so that's obviously a priority. Something in recovery, I've got priorities now, and I can learn self-care, and that's part of it for me. But anyway, thanks for coming by. Hope to hear from you guys soon, and have a great weekend. Bye.